Hi everybody, I'm Pia from Stitches and Scraps, and today I'm going to show you how to make hair for an Amigurumi doll. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually take a contrasting color of yarn and make myself a little guideline framing her face. So I'm going to start probably about where an ear would be, and maybe a little more forward than that. There we go. And just kind of draw an outline with this yarn of where her hairline should be. And I can adjust later. This is just to give me a general idea of where I want her hair to be. And it comes straight across the top. Okay. And back over the other way. Now I want to kind of copy what I did on the other side. So let me reference that. I came just over the eyebrow and down to about the bottom of the nose. So I want to come like this. And then down, yep, right about there. There we go. So now I have kind of a rough guideline of where the hair should be, and I can look and see whether that's where I want it. Now this actually fanned out more, and this I came straight down, so that's not what I want. Let's fix this. Just this last stitch. It should have come more like there. And that should be pretty well. I think I come down one more stitch here. So, well, that's okay. We can even that out. But that gives me a general line for my hairline. Now I'm going to come around the back, and I'm going to cut things off right around the middle of the back of the head. Otherwise it gets too bushy at the back. So I'm just going to sew across to the middle. And then what I want to do is I want to make a part line. And again, this is just a guideline. I'm going to be taking this out later, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But here is the center of my head. Here's my nose. And I come straight up and over, and this is my part line here. So let's draw a part line because I want a center part. Okay. And now we have some framework for filling in our hair. So I'm going to trim this a bit because I don't need quite so long of a cord here getting in my way. And let's start filling in some hair. So to make the hair, what I've done is I've wrapped my hair yarn, which in this case I'm using yellow, around a book about 100 times. I may need more, I may need less, but 100's a good start for me. And I want to make sure that the length of the hair is about waist length or a little bit longer on her, because I want to do a long ponytail, so I want the hair that long. So I want to make sure my book is about that long, which this is, so that's perfect. So now I've got it all wrapped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along one edge. So I'm actually going to take my edge, grab my scissors, and just cut along one edge to break off all of those strands of yarn. It doesn't have to be perfectly even. We're going to trim the hair later. We'll give her a haircut. I like to use books for this because where the pages are gives you a nice groove to cut into, almost like a pom-pom maker. Just be careful not to cut the pages. And there we have it. One more snip. Now we have it. A whole bunch of hair. So now we're going to attach this strand by strand, very much like doing a latch hook rug, if you've ever done that. I'm going to start my hair by working along this center part. So I'm going to put basically strands of yarn on either side of this part. I'm going to start right up near the top, and I've folded this piece of hair in half so the ends are more or less together. and I'm going to stick my hook into the first stitch along this line. So this line comes here. I'm going to stick my hook right about here because I'll be doing some more in the front. So this will be my first stitch right here. And I'm going to pull the yarn through. Pull that loop of yarn through, and then I'm going to take the tails, loop them up over my hook, and pull those through as well, and pull it all the way through like I'm fastening off. And what that does is it gives me a little knot, almost like a little tassel, with 2 strands of hair attached. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way down this side of this marker that I've made here. So now I have one line done, and it's a little patchy. I mean, she's got thinning hair going on here. So let's add another line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and flip it up, push it over to the other side, and then I'm going to go in and put another line right behind this one and try to get in underneath, in between these current ones. So like, for example, I might put one here to get in between these two. And I'm just going to go through and fill in another row like that. And when I'm done, I might fill in a 3rd row until I feel like I have a good head of hair on this one side. And remember, we're going to be filling in the front later, so don't worry too much about the front. Okay, I've done 3 layers of hair now. I have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. And each layer is probably about 12 to 15 strands of hair. So that comes to just under 50 strands, probably closer to 40 strands of hair that I've done. That feels like a pretty good thickness to me. I'm going to be doing a side ponytail, I think. And when I hold this off to the side like that, it feels like it's a good chunk of hair. So I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to go on the other side and do exactly the same thing. I've put the same amount of hair on the other side, so now I have a nice even part for my ponytails, and the hair is nice and full on both sides. I can go in and fill in some of these gaps by adding a couple more hairs here and here, which I will do at the end. But first, what I'm going to do is frame the face. We still have this border that we made here, and I'm going to start filling in hairs right along this border, following around this curve, and these hairs are going to be facing backwards. So I'm going to turn the head this way. Oops. And if you want bangs, you can instead turn the head this way and make them facing forwards, but I don't want bangs. I've never liked bangs, not even in the 80s. I was never a bangs person. But anyway, neither is my mermaid. So let's put in right here, right along this edge, let's start putting in some hairs. And you can see how these hairs now will fold backwards. Oops, I'm a little far away from the camera. Let's try that again. Get another one. And again, I'm just following along the edge here and popping in some hairs right along the edge that are going to face backwards and fold back over this way. And that might fill in some of my bare spots. So I'm going to do this first, and I'm going to go all the way around here, even where I don't have hair back here. I'm going to fill it in here because as I pull that back, that'll fill in some of this open area. So when I do my ponytail, I'll have hair that comes back this way too. So I'll fill all of that in and come back and show you how it looks. I ended up doing 2 rows in the front, and you can see I went all the way down the side by the ear area here, which we haven't actually done ears, but that's okay. The ears are behind the hair. So I made sure that the last strand that I put in here lined up across with the last strand that I put in here, so it's nice and even. And now I have pretty natural looking hair that has a part to it that naturally kind of falls apart. So I'm pretty happy with that. What I'm going to do now is very carefully remove this guideline here. And that should just pull right out. And then I can make any adjustments that I want to make. If I want to fill in any gaps, add anything in any empty spots. And then the next thing to do will be to trim the hair and style the hair. I added a vertical column of hairs along the part line that actually I had the head pointing this way when I did them so that they face down. And that fills in all those ugly gaps in the part line. And when I separate the hair, half of it goes one way, half goes the other. And I end up with a nice even part in the center that doesn't look gappy. So that was how I fixed the gaps in the center. So after I finished styling the hair, I felt like maybe I didn't go far enough down because I had kind of too much head over here. Plus I had some ends I'd woven in that I wanted to cover up. So what I did was I decided to add a little bit more hair. I actually took that bottom line that was here and extended it down around here and filled in hair all the way around the bottom line. And then I extended the part down to where that bottom line was and basically added in a little ring of hair in this section here, just to fill in a little bit more of the bottom. So where my bottom line used to be here, I moved it maybe about an inch down to here, just to give me a little bit more on the bottom. Now you want to be very careful when you do this not to fill in too much, because the more hair there is at the bottom, the bushier her hair is going to be at the bottom, and that'll make it look really thin on top. And now it's time to trim the hair. So what I'm going to do, because obviously I can't sit her up in a chair or anything, what I'm going to do is lay her completely flat on her face and brush all the hair back, smooth it all out so that it's nice and straight and flat back here. Okay, I think that's about as straight and even as we're going to get it. So I'm just going to start from one side and grab little bunches of hair and just trim to even it out a little bit at the bottom. I don't care if there's shorter lengths up here. If you've ever had your hair cut with some layers, you know that can add body. Well, the same thing's going to work for us here. With shorter hairs up top. So I'm just worried about these bottom ones to just get a nice even edge at the bottom. So I'm just going to make sure I don't have any extra little yarns in here that I don't want to cut. There we go. These are my stitch markers from the arms, and I definitely don't want to cut those. So, all right. There we go, get a nice little bunch. And we're going to take the end and just start trimming a little bit till it feels nice and even. And just keep doing that till you're happy with the way the hair looks. Obviously, there's a limit to how much you can cut, so be careful and cut slowly. There we go, hold her up. And I think her hair's fairly even. So now I'm just, oh, there's a bunch there, isn't there? Hang on. Let's brush it out a bit more. Get any little stragglers down here. Be really careful when you're doing this not to cut her body. You don't want to have to redo any of that. I'm going to call that a pretty decent haircut. Now I'm just going to style it, and in my case that means I'm going to give her a part right down the middle. Try to get some hairs going in each direction here. Get a nice even part. And then I'm going to tie a ponytail on each side, just with a little bow. I think I want some of the green yarn for that. So I'm going to cut myself a piece of green yarn. Turn her over, tie a nice little bow. So I'm all done and happy with how the hair turned out. I've got my 2 side ponytails and they look pretty natural, and they look good from the front and they look good from the back. So I'm calling that a win. And remember, you can play around as much as you want. Do side ponytails, do bangs, do something completely different, short hair, long hair. This is your chance to express yourself and do whatever hairstyle you like. And that is how you make hair. Thanks for watching.